Zack Snyder introduces a whole new universe in Rebel Moon Part 1, A Child of Fire, including new languages, locations, weapons, technology, and more. And if you were anything like me, it might have been a confusing or overwhelming experience that tampered your opinion of the movie. Snyder wrote a mythologically dense story full of thousands of years of history, myth, and prophecy for multiple civilizations, laying the groundwork for an entire new Rebel Moon universe on Netflix, but very little of it was actually explained in the movie, and what was rapidly sped through during the film's opening. While not all of it was necessary to make it through the movie, with Snyder planning on releasing many more stories set in this universe, it's a good thing to get down what we do know now before Part 2 and any other films or shows come out. The opening narration from Jimmy reveals a brief history of the Imperium. Beginning on the Motherworld, they ruled for thousands of generations until they consumed all of their home planet's resources and had to expand into the rest of the galaxy to discover and conquer other planets. The very first scene in the movie shows the Imperium opening a wormhole in the far reaches of space, as a dreadnought passes through while Jimmy explains how the royal bloodline's lust for power led the Imperium to conquer countless planets to expand the glory of the Motherworld. At one point in the thousands of generations of the Imperium, the royal bloodline gave birth to an ancient queen, Issa, who legend said had the ability to bestow life, giving her the name the Life Giver. The Jimmies, an ancient order of robots pledged in service to the king, believed in a prophecy that the power of Queen Issa would be reborn again in Princess Issa, and that she would usher in a new age of peace and compassion and bring peace to the galaxy. As the Imperium conquered new worlds, it also subjugated their people, adding them to their ranks of soldiers. As one of the Imperium's top military leaders, Belisarius led the attacks on numerous planets personally, which is what led him to discover Cora. He saw something in her, and instead of killing her like the rest of her people, he took her under his wing and trained her. She climbed the ranks of the Academy Militarum and saw success on the battlefield. Eventually, Belisarius pulled at strings to make her the personal bodyguard of Princess Issa. It wasn't just the Jimmies that believed the prophecy of Princess Issa. Even the king believed she'd bring compassion back to the Imperium, ending war and becoming the dawn of something better. Unfortunately, that didn't come to pass. An assassin killed the king and queen. Belisarius rose up to become the new imperial regents, and Cora disappeared, crash-landing on Velt and hiding out among the farming community, until Admiral Atticus Noble arrives during his hunt for the Blood Axe siblings. While the king is dead, the Imperium is still steeped in his imagery, and his memory is used to progress an even more brutal version of the Motherworld forces. The name of Noble's dreadnought, for example, the King's Gaze, serves to remind the Imperium forces that the king is always watching to keep them disciplined, although that concept seems at odds with the wishes of the king for a more compassionate Imperium. The Eye of the King is prominent throughout the Imperium imagery, including on military uniforms, the masks of the red-robed Imperium priests, and even currency. Let me know what you thought of Rebel Moon in the comments below. Remember to like the video, and subscribe for more videos talking about stuff like this. And remember to follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Thank you all for watching, and remember, the Force will be with you, always.